the tunnel. In the tunnel. In the tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 40. We're pretty early in the week, aren't we, comparatively for our last episode?
Yeah, well, it beats waiting 10 days, so,
Yep,
here we
definitely.
are. Feels like we just, finished recording the last one, but
Yeah, we wanted to get one out,
it's time because we have a lot to talk about, and we are late on some of it, and we don't care, so,
Yep.
by the time anyone else sees it, hears about it, we know that stuff's happened, we don't care. Just, enlighten yourself, have a creative side, and play along with us.
Yeah, so kick things off, NHL playoffs. Both series are ongoing, and as of now, Boston is still up on Carolina 2-0.
Yeah, and let's see, is it game 3 tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Stats looking in, and Google being slow, and the
Yeah.
Bruins are up 2-0.
Yep. Doesn't look good, even though Hurricanes are leading in shots right now.
Yep. And so the trend from last episode of sweep to sweep to sweep is very much still in play.
Oh my. Oh boy.
I'm not. Hey, when it's wrong, you can confront me on it. But
No,
so
dude,
far,
if
it's still
Boston
right.
sweeps, I'm rooting for a sweep of Boston.
Boston sweeps, the finals are going to suck. That's the real thing. Is imagine if it was the Sharks or even the Blues sweeping the Bruins
Yeah.
in the finals. It would be fun the first two games. Just like, what's wrong with the Bruins? And then after that, it would be like, okay, we've waited a couple months for this whole finals thing to happen. Can we make it a little more interesting?
Yeah. But hey, so what do you think of the other series? That one's tied up right now.
I think that one's better. It was an
Definitely.
entertaining game last night. I think that the Blues taking one on the road was a big help,
Mhm.
especially because they looked kind of flat to me in game one, and they come back and it looked like they were about to lose their edge again in game two, but found some bounce and came out victorious. So that one was big. They were getting scoring from the defensemen. They were getting scoring from areas that you don't really expect it. So you need those kind of dig deep wins.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think at least that series has proven that it's more entertaining as of now.
Yes, I would say a series that goes five beats a series that goes four in terms of entertainment
No,
value for the neutral fan.
but like the games, or at least for Boston and Carolina, right? It's been kind of like a blowout in a sense. Like game one, yes, it was close for most part, but like the Bruins literally just blew out the third period of game one, like it didn't matter. Whereas like the game two was not even. So I'm
Yeah,
just talking in that way because even in a sweep, you want some like competitiveness,
yeah,
but
you do.
you're not getting it.
No,
That
uh,
yeah.
and I will say this is I would have predicted that Boston would have one big win at home,
Mm-hmm.
but for it to be both game because I feel that Boston being that at like I've said in past episodes, that atmosphere is very used to success and will get very rowdy trying to, make that happen. And I think that that goes along with the identity of the team
Yeah.
for the Bruins more than the Hurricanes. So I would have thought that a blowout would have happened one of the first two games in Boston. I didn't see it coming, for both.
But I mean, to be fair, the first game, like, again, it felt like two completely different games, right?
Yeah,
The
I
third
mean the
period was
first.
a definite blowout, but the first two periods were pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, nothing much has changed though, so there's nothing much to say right now.
I mean, look, Sean, I could argue with you, but I really don't have a desire to go down on a rant, you know, thing. I think we agree on this for today.
Yeah.
So I really have no desire to go down and fake argue about it today.
All
Because
right, so
last episode was a real argument. This one was a fake one.
yeah, so let's just move on to the NBA playoffs where all the
Oh.
matchups have been confirmed as of now.
Yes, they have been confirmed because the Nuggets choked away a 17-point lead.
Yep.
That was a good game though.
Definitely.
And then CJ McCollum told ESPN that the defense that the Nuggets are playing on his clutch jumper
Yep.
was actually bad defense, as he said, good defense, my ass, verbatim. So always like to throw in a fresh take from those who do.
All right, so what do you think Bucks Raptors as the matchup?
I feel like it's a matchup that I should have never seen. Just, just on name, just on name.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
That's
matchup
why.
I feel like has never happened in our life.
Yeah, probably.
So it'll be interesting. I'd like to see the Bucks win, just because this whole Raptors can't win and get to the finals thing really entertains me. Just the fact that they get to the conference finals for the third year in a row.
Yep.
And they didn't make the finals the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if they just miss it this third year, I think all would be right with the world to some extent.
All right. And okay, so what do you think Warriors Trailblazers?
Ideally, the Blazers would win this series in 6 or 7. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I'm with
but,
you.
Yeah. So, but let's get your perspective on this Bucks Raptors series, Sean. Often we don't get enough of your fresh NBA take.
So like, I was pulling for the Sixers in that game, and
because of your owner of the Devils being the owner of the Sixers, obviously.
no. But I mean, that game that was pretty good. But we have not seen this matchup at least for the time we've been following basketball. I feel like
I've been brainwashed by something.
and I don't know. I feel like this series could really go either way. So, and I
Okay.
have no like attachment to either team.
Okay, so which way do you see this series that could go either way actually be going? And
So
I'm not sure if that's a coherent sentence.
it's close enough, but I do think
All
the
right, good
Bucks are
enough.
gonna win the series.
Okay.
Uh, even though again it could go either way, and as a a fan without any like attachment to either of these teams, I do want to see it go all the way. So
Yeah. I mean, it would be fun if these series both went 7 and then the NBA just fell into oblivion because it was September.
the Warriors can get swept. I'll be fine with that too.
If the Warriors got swept, that would be amazing. And that would surely be the end of whatever that team looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, again, I agree with you though. Like, I think the Warriors are gonna win that one, but I'm totally pulling for the Blazers here.
I'm proud of you, Sean.
Okay.
No, I mean we don't say that enough here. You're pulling for the blade. Oh, my chair broke again.
Oh my god, you break your chair again. Oh my.
Yo, this chair has been around for way too long. Anyway,
Yep.
let's see if I can do this while staying in. There we go.
Hey, you
All right,
stayed.
that was close one. I got distracted. Sorry to whatever audience may be listening. When the back of your chair falls off, it's not something that you need to call 911 for, but it's something where you probably should get that big metal, bar out of your back. So, um, yeah, that's where we're at here.
Yeah. All right. So
It's a good show model.
though we both are pretty even on both of these playoff series right now.
Ah, fuck the Warriors. I said it.
All right.
I'll
Anyway.
watch every computer nerd in the LA, or not LA, but the Bay Area come after me.
All
What
right.
are you
Anyway,
gonna do? Steal all my money? I don't have any.
moving on. Let's do the draft lottery.
Yeah, so this is the part of the show where we say to you, the listener, yeah, we already know it happened.
Yeah.
So
But
we're
where's
just
the fun in
gonna
that?
fucking move on. Yeah, exactly. Where is the fun in that? So we're gonna bring back our childish days where, things just happened out of midair, and it's almost as if you didn't know it happened to begin with. So we're gonna do the damn lottery ourselves.
Eh. So as you can see, the top 5 teams are on that list right now.
And it was a list of top 5 solely based off of these were the 5 teams that had a 10+% chance.
Right.
So we had the Knicks, Cavs, and Suns clocking in with 14% chance to take home the top spot, which is a new system that they put in place this year, replacing the old 25% to like the worst record, and et cetera, because I don't remember the rest of the percentages after that. So they changed it to the top or bottom 3 teams. I have to stop saying top for such shitty, teams.
Yeah.
All 3 get 14% chance respectively. Then the 4th team got 12.5, being the Bulls, and the Hawks got 10.5% chance. Now you'll look after the episode and say, "Wow, none of these teams got the number 1 pick." So that's a spoiler here.
Yeah, but hey, who does the wheel say?
Yeah, this is our league. An NBA that actually has entertainment value.
So, without further ado, here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh
why is
jeez.
it spinning?
Oh, because I didn't want it to spin for 5 seconds and not give like an equal chance to each team because of the unequal distributions of percentages. So I thought if it spun longer, it would give, everybody an equal shake.
I don't think so. Oh wait.
Shh. Wait.
Oh, okay. Alright, the wheel says. Alright, wait, who does the wheel say? The wheel says the Dallas Mavericks, whom had a 6% chance.
Dallas Mavericks get Zion. They replaced Dirk on his way out the door with the exact same thing as Dirk. A zero athleticism power forward who plays the game not the way that it's supposed to be. Oh wait, that's not true because they play completely different styles. So now that Porzingis is too busy getting beaten up in his homeland, Zion Williamson will be joining the Mavericks.
In our world.
Porzingis, Williamson, they're all the same thing. Porzingis looks like he could have played at Duke if he was actually an American.
Anyway, so yeah, now
he is white.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, like
he's like the lost Plumlee brother.
The odds for the NBA draft, the bottom 14 teams got odds because the rest of them made the playoffs, right?
Yeah, sure. Made the playoffs.
Hey, even
Random words here.
even just making one round and losing makes the playoffs. So
You're definitely talking about the Nets here, which I can appreciate it, but I was more referring to like a team like the Magic.
yeah,
All right,
yeah. So
so
I mean, like the Mavericks didn't have much of a chance, but hey, they had a chance.
and
So
we'll see after the show, and you're like, okay, but who won the real lottery?
yeah, just go look. We're not gonna spoil it.
Basically, no, but it was basically just as stupid as what we just did because it ended up being like right around the same neighborhood of chance that the Mavericks got. So feel free to look into that at your own risk. If you go to the NBA website, you will get a virus though. Just
Eh,
just watch hockey. It's better for you. It's like eating fruit and vegetables.
anyway, moving on. So let's get to the rest of our wheels. And yeah, because we got tired of waiting, um, we are going to do the NBA awards.
Yeah, but first, and Sean came to me the other day and told me he was tired of waiting, and I think he's got a solid point because really, in what league other than the NFL and the NHL does a sports league decide to wait until after the playoffs end to host their regular season awards? And I point the finger directly at the NBA because, hey, they've only done this award show thing for less time than the NFL and the NHL, but at the same time, the NBA is just as corny of a league. So, this all sounds like sarcasm, but the fact of the matter is, the NBA really needs to stop doing this because they used to do it the right way where they gave the MVP trophy of the regular season to the player who won it in the first round of the playoffs to like celebrate in front of their home fans. And I mean, what is the award if you can't celebrate it in front of the fans?
I mean,
And instead do it in Vegas where there's like no team and just everybody shows up in like overalls and no shirt and
my
tell us
problem
about how they're so humble as they're like half naked.
my problem is there's not even like the nominees or whatever, like like top whatever, because even the NHL, right, it's like, oh, here are the three players that could win or
Yeah.
whatever, right? These guys are just like, oh, we're just gonna have the AP vote on like the entire player pool and not
Well,
make
yeah,
it.
no, I mean there will be nominees at some point, but that's one of the other things that it's like, why are we waiting this long for nominees? It's
Right.
like if someone gets hurt, it like now in the conference finals, will it drastically change their ability to win a regular season award?
Better not.
Well, no, that's kind of the joke. Is
Yeah.
it kind of goes against what the meaning behind the awards are. So
Anyway,
yeah,
we're just gonna kick it off. So we're starting with MVP, and our wheel decided to nominate James Harden, Giannis Adetokounmpo, if I can pronounce that correctly.
Antetokounmpo,
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
Okay. And
Know your
Paul
Greek.
George. That one I can
Yes, I'm so proud of you for knowing first names.
pronounce. Hey, all right. So yeah, let's just our wheel's gonna decide because the NBA can't even like nominate right now.
The wheel does more for the executive decision making than the NBA PR department does. It's really quite a feat.
Anyway,
It's
so
almost as if this is simple, Adam Silver.
anyway, so the MVP this year goes to James Harden, and if I'm not mistaken, that is a
Again, yeah.
repeat.
Oh boy.
I think he had the
That's,
highest points per game over the season. So
what a shocker. It's almost like that's like his main thing. He's just scoring a bunch of points.
all right. Anyway, so yeah, next is Rookie of the Year, and because I guess our wheel was lazy, it only nominated two people: Luka Doncic and Trey Young.
Yeah,
Anything about
so
these guys?
um Nope, I'm good.
No clear favorites, nothing?
I mean, I think that the clearer favorite is Doncic, but here we are, just being one with the wheel.
All right, let's go.
Bringing in
And
the
oh,
winner.
well, I guess the wheel
Whoa,
disagrees with
whoa.
you.
Oh yeah, well,
And
it is Tuesday. It's early in the week. The wheel has a mood.
so yeah, Trae Young wins the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Heisman Trophy.
What? How?
Sports.
All right,
Come up
and
with a bold take that means something to somebody.
all right. So then, yeah, next is what Defensive Player of the Year.
Sure. As
Um,
in, this person tries to like actually look like they haven't, let the offensive player who they're supposed to be guarding run by them too easily.
yeah, all right. And you want to introduce the players?
I would love to. And behind curtain number one is Rudy Gobert, the Eiffel Tower. I think is his nickname. I really don't know. He's from France and he's tall.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, makes more sense. Yeah.
okay.
No, oh, that would be great. Let's just give these guys like random nicknames and make more. All right, Kawhi Leonard, aka the Big Clawfish, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, aka the Big Alphabet.
Everybody's just big, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the rule that Shaq put in place when he came into the league,
Ah,
and
okay.
and then he said to his Coach Phil Jackson in LA, "Hey, either we stop winning rings, or everybody's nickname is going to start with the word big." Phil Jackson said, "Well, we really need to, win this third ring." He's like, "Okay," so he's called himself the Big Aristotle.
Okay.
And I'm bullshitting this, but Paul George, aka PG, my ass, Joel Embiid, aka watches Dragon Balls on physical therapy tables, which he does. He watches Dragon Ball Z on physical therapy tables. And
Anyway,
feel free to look up that clip.
all
And
right.
again,
Well,
these are all players nominated for Defensive Player of the Year, despite the fact that they're all weirdos.
all right. Well, let's go.
Where are we going, Sean?
Well, the wheel's going.
Oh,
And
don't
your
forget to fill
Defensive
in your
Player of the
field.
Year is Rudy Gobert.
Makes sense. Utah. It's been a while since they won anything other outside of what Mitt Romney claims to do. So I guess there's that.
All right. And
I'm trying to bring some emphatic, information to the show. Sean, help me out here.
I mean, I don't know how much I can help you out there.
I think you can give random nicknames for this next one. I really hope so.
Not really.
Oh,
Anyway,
jeez.
next is Sixth Man. So, Mr. I don't know what, Mr. Bench?
Sure, Mr. Bench. Or no, Mr. Hey, this guy sucks. Hey, you get in for him.
No, that's okay. Well, the hey, this guy sucked last year is most
No,
improved player.
no. As in, like the guy. Hey, this starter missed a bunch of shots. Hey, you get in for him. Sub in for him.
Oh, all right. Well, who do we
When
got
someone
here?
gets cold, this guy comes in. Lou Williams. I used to play for Philly, LA, the other LA, this team, the Raptors, that team. I've been a sixth man everywhere, but can't crack the starting lineup.
Yup.
Demonis Sabonis, aka Mister. I am a product of a former player with the same last name as me, who people tend to remember him more than me, despite the fact that I've been in the league more recently.
Well,
Spencer Dinwiddie, uh, who actually like starts half the time for the Nets. So
yeah,
just call.
I was surprised on that one.
I mean, they started Joe Harris and D'Angelo Russell, I think. So Dinwiddie, we're gonna call him Spencer's Gifts after the store or whatever. And Montreal Harrell, Mr. Seventh Man, because I play on the same team as Lou Williams.
All right. Well, let's see. Does the seventh man win the sixth man award?
It would only make mathematical sense, and I think you can attest to that as a computer analytic person.
Sure. Anyway, the winner of the sixth man is Spencer Dinwiddie.
Another one for the Nets. It's so nice to see that they've done something.
I mean, they did make the playoffs. I'm just going to keep harping
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's asking you all about it up in New York,
that.
in New Jersey.
All right.
We're both from New Jersey. Nobody even asks what happened to the Nets.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, they were so bad for so long.
Well, no, I just meant, like, why'd they disappear? Go to Brooklyn.
Yeah. Anyway, so time for the most improved player, aka you sucked last year, and now you're not so bad.
That was a good one. I like that.
Anyway, here we have Pascal Siakam?
Pascal Siakam, yeah, I think that's it, and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So his nickname is going to be the I don't know your last name yet.
Yeah, and then we have D'Angelo Russell.
So, I mean, he already has a nickname, but let's throw that, to the wind right now and just call him, he was very rusty, and now he's not.
And then we have De'Aaron Fox. I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one, too, because I think that the last name makes it way too easy, and I'm just not going to play into that.
Yeah. Anyway, so who gets this award?
I don't know. Let's find out.
The answer is the guy who's got no nickname, De'Aaron Fox.
All right, so congrats on getting better. It can only go downhill from here. I'm proud of you, dear.
Yep,
Please,
we all are.
Please respond to our texts.
The wheel is proud of you as it chose you as the most improved player.
DM us your salary.
Anyway, so
that would be great if we just got that.
Last award we're going to do is Coach of the Year. So for Coach of the Year, we have Doc Rivers from the Clippers, Mike Malone from Denver, and another Mike, I can't pronounce your last name, from Milwaukee.
Budenholzer.
There you go.
I'm going to call him the big beer drinker because Budenholzer in Wisconsin just sounds like a beer theme waiting to happen.
All right, man.
Mike Malone, I'm going to call him, he's like the white Post Malone.
Okay. And Doc Rivers.
The joke there, because Post Malone is white. And Doc Rivers, I'm going to call him should be banned from this award because no coach has won more games and titles than Doc Rivers has and seemingly still needs to be a part of this conversation.
Fair enough. So does the wheel agree with you, though?
Probably not. I didn't pick a winner.
Well, I mean,
I picked the lack of a one.
You picked a loser, which is a point. And the wheel chooses Mike Malone.
All right, so White Post Malone, come get your trophy at the front of the gymnasium.
All right. Anyway, so now
it's right down the hallway.
Now that we've done the NBA awards for the NBA, there's no need to wait anymore.
For what?
For anything NBA award related.
Okay, good. I was getting tired of waiting.
Anyway, moving on. So we have what can we find in Facebook Marketplace this week is San Jose.
Oh, yes. San Jose's edition, because I was going to say maybe we should have done St. Louis, but then I realized, both of the teams in that series could lose.
Of course they can.
Hey. At that point in time, it was a 1-0 series for San Jose.
Alright, man.
The odds were stacked up against us. We wouldn't have had that St. Louis opportunity in like 2 weeks' time.
Alright.
All right. So we chose San Jose for the stupid shit you can get on Facebook Marketplace in your dumbass town segment. Just to
Anyway.
prove that everybody's full of losers.
Anyway, you want to just kick it off?
Yeah, so we got this Adidas Boost ball. So the Adidas Boost is, I guess, some kind of sneaker that came out recently. And this pattern that is on the ball that basically looks like, beads. But they're not really beads. So I guess these are collector's items when they put them in a ball form. And I guess they were put in the box with the sneakers. At least I would hope they were.
So I mean, is it $26 for a whatever that
it's $26, but that's the thing is this Chuckle Hut thinks that, take something out of the box that isn't the shoes and charge more money for it than it's worth. And we're going to tell him, no. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So if he's listening, bad person. Buy low, sell high applies to stocks and bonds, not to your shitty ass stress ball.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so you want to take the next one because you have some info on this one.
Right. So we have a $25 Immortals gaming jersey, and we found this, and I was like, wow, you could probably get more for it if you wait like a couple of weeks. Because
that's why it's stupid.
Well, no, seriously though, like, because this team was in their esport around Santa Monica, and they the sport franchised, so they didn't get a spot, and now they bought their way back in. So it's like, why are you selling now? Everybody knows they bought their way back in, so you're just waiting on the official announcement.
Are they gonna franchise now?
No, they bought so they bought a spot. So they bought one of the franchises from the team that owns it.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that's more disappointing than I was hoping for, Sean.
Right. I looked at that. I was like, why now? Like, everybody knows if you follow any of those esports, then.
Yeah, like me.
Anyway, you want to take the last one on this slide?
Yeah, so we apparently have this weekly theme where there's a fashionable brand out there that Sean and I just don't connect with. We're business casual and t-shirt kind of guys. So that's where whatever the middle ground of that is, we don't know. So this is a Sesame Street t-shirt for adults, let's make that clear, where every character's eyes have been X'd out, and someone, I don't know if that's to avoid copyright infringement, despite the fact that there's clearly a Sesame Street tag on the shirt in the bag, and someone wants $25 for what I'm guessing is this drug-induced masterpiece. So,
all right, man.
This is very California, I will say that. Or not California, but Bay Area, I will say. And it'll probably sell for $35. Someone will just come in and be like, "Do you know what that's worth?" And the seller will be like, "What?" And he'll say like, "Oh, it's worth $50. I'll give you $35 for it though." It's like, okay. Just because with the tech boom out there, everything's inflating in price, including negotiation standards being the only thing that's decreasing.
All right. Anyway, what else we got?
All right.
Let's just start at the weird one. We're going to start with...
So we're going to work the corners here. We're going to work 1 and 3, but
yeah.
Let's start with some hobbies. So I think neither of us can say that we're huge bowling guys, But I think we know the game well enough to say, hey, you need more than just one pin to bowl. So there's kind of a
Yeah.
problem here. As you can see, the price has been slashed from $10 to $5 up. The market wasn't strong enough to hold for $10 to get a single bowling pin and a ball. So summer fun coming soon.
If you're out in San Jose, man.
Yeah, if you have what's it called, the power for when the you know what I'm talking about?
No.
For when the pins fall down, the power the electronic or the machine that like picks up the pins and wipes them.
Oh, yeah, that thing?
Yeah. As you can see, we're not great on
Bowling terminology.
let's just say since they created power lanes, let's say this kind of bowling probably not high in demand.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Although, you can always buy this, take it down to Alabama, and just have like a shit ton of drunk fun where someone puts a bowling pin on their head and sees if the other person can knock it off in the air by throwing the bowling ball at said person's head. I think that would be just as productive as trying to sell a bowling pin for $5.
Hey, let's just move on to number 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say they're selling a complete skateboard, but
It's
they're
good marketing.
holding the wheel.
Yeah, so look, there's apparently 5 pictures to this. Your main picture probably should have been one of the other ones, assuming that it's better than this. Also, maybe take the skateboard out of what looks to be the,
Junk.
I was going to say the front undercarriage of your car.
Yeah, that too.
Because it definitely looks like someone left their skateboard in with the engine of their, sedan. So maybe take that out, put it on the ground and take a picture then.
But if you say complete
still
skateboard,
sell on the ground.
If you say complete skateboard, you might want to have your picture, at least the first one, be a picture of said complete skateboard. Let alone anything in the background.
And I'll take it one step further. The person who says it's a complete skateboard makes their listing sound a little bit sketchy.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be complete?
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, you can just say skateboard.
All right.
Because if it was not a complete skateboard, it would be a snowboard.
What if it had the axle still, but not the wheels?
I've never, used a snowboard before, but it sounds a lot. Then it's makeshift skis. I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on.
Create your own X Games, you nerds.
Anyway, moving on to the thing in the middle. We got some 2019 Shark Stanley Cup bundle.
Yeah, this is like the idiot who gets the tattoo of like the Super Bowl champions like before the season for like the Arizona Cardinals. Except someone decided that they didn't want to put it on their skin.
But
so they took the middle ground.
Newsflash, San Jose person who's selling this. The Stanley Cup playoffs for 2019 are still going on. Your team is not even the finals yet.
Yeah. Long way to go still. Although,
do you really need 37 items, which are mostly beer koozies and glasses?
Dude, I don't even need like 5 beer koozies. Exactly. Although I will say this, of all the things that are stupid in this picture, the beer koozie with the 00 on it is pretty stupid. As if it was supposed to be customizable, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, and you're selling it for $100. So,
but it's open to offer, Sean. Why don't you make an offer? What would your offer be?
Try negative.
My offer would be I'd like my time.
I would like the time and money I spent looking at this back.
Yeah, exactly. I should actually message him and be like, I'd like my time wasted back.
All right. Anyway, moving
Yeah.
on. Last two things. Which one do you want to start
Yeah.
with?
So I want to start with the one on the left just simply because I think that these are unopened paint cans that the person who put up for sale thinks that the labels on the outside of the can are actually the color of the paint inside. And
Anyway.
thinks that this is San Francisco Giants paint when in all actuality it probably is blue paint in there.
Yeah, the only one that looks like it could have been opened is the one on the right in that picture. It has like the
Why? Just because the handle's down?
no, the side of the pry open lid is like rusted a little bit. Or
I don't know,
painted
but
on.
I don't know, but I'll take that crock pot on the bottom shelf any day.
Sure. Okay.
If that's a crock pot, it could very well be a hammock. So yeah. $10, I'll roll the dice on that. And then I'll come back and beat you over the head with a paint can.
I mean,
If it's the wrong color of paint. I could just go to Home Depot.
Alright, man.
Hey, I mean, fill it with water. It's supposed to hold the same kind of amount.
Yeah. Alright, but we saved the best for last, in my opinion, so why don't you take it away?
Yeah. So, when going out to San Jose, I think it's obvious that you want what any San Jose fan has. A Kansas City Chiefs jersey from the 75th anniversary of the NFL. Which is great because one, I think, is a Joe Montana jersey from when he finished his career for the Chiefs. But on the back of the jersey, because we looked at the pictures, there is no last name on the back of the jersey. So there's that. Also, the fact this is listed to be an authentic jersey, and if you decided to zoom or anything like that, for us when we were looking, you didn't really have to zoom. It's definitely not. It's screen printed to a T.
And also, like, if it was really authentic, would anybody be selling that for $25, even if that's the markdown price?
Maybe. Just because of the fact that there's no name on the back. Even if it said like
no,
Joe Schmo.
It's actually complete authentic Joe Montana.
Oh yeah, well, it would still go for only $25 in San Jose, San Francisco area because of the fact that there's a better team that he played for at that point in time.
True. Okay. So, I still think you'd get like $45, $50 for it.
I mean, if you just like ironed on letters that said Joe Schmo's like barbecue and ribs, this thing would like have more value than it has now.
All right.
Just be like, hey, this hung on the wall for 15 years at Joe Schmo's Bar and Grill, and it burned down in a fire, but this is the one thing that remained intact.
Yeah.
And you could probably get at least $30.
All right, man. All right, so we are doing a useless stats now, and you can see some. If you're watching the video or live, you can see them on our screen. Do you want me to kick it off?
Yes, because I'm going to toy with the mic a little bit.
Okay, so the first stat we have is Tony Romo has a higher playoff passer rating than Tom Brady, and for record, Tony Romo's career playoff passer rating is 93, and currently Tom Brady has a 90.5.
All right, can you still hear me? Am I still on?
Yep,
All right, good. I had to unplug and replug in. Whoa. All right. So yeah, the thing about this is, look, Tommy Brady has had way more time and way more success in the playoffs. You gotta have a better passer rating.
I mean, winning that much with, like, back when the stat first came out, he had like an 89 or something, or an 88.
And it's only increased that little over the years.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, like Romo's known for being a choker in the playoffs, yet he still has a better passer rating than you. But this also shows how much passer rating actually matters.
And Romo's in the booth now, so you could say his ratings are even. Stupid joke, but true.
All right, you want to move on?
Yeah. All right. So this one not so much useless as much as it is stupid. Although I guess it is still useless. So let me tell you the story of the record for goals by a goaltender in the NHL playoff season.
Just take a guess.
One goal is the record. So it happened twice by Ron Hextall of the Flyers and Martin Brodeur of the Devils. But yeah, obviously the guy on the other end of the ice isn't putting in 12 goals in a playoff season.
Yeah.
So that's one that you probably don't need to know.
Yep. All right, and so next one is about basketball. So
Yes, the basketball. I can never get enough of this bullshit.
in each of the past 2 seasons, the Warriors have had both Draymond Green and Kevin Durant finish in the top 3 in technical fouls in the regular season.
Yeah. And they love to argue with each other. So who could say what it would be like for their technical numbers if they were not there to calm each other down, to soothe them in the coach's huddle, and sing Kumbaya with Stephen Clay, and dear God, I hate the Warriors now. So yeah, I guess these two need to shut up. Especially Kevin Durant, not really known for being a talker, but ever since he got to Golden State, I don't know if Fisherman's Wharf must just really piss him off because,
all right,
jeez. And Draymond Green, I mean, he went to Michigan State, so came from the same school as Tom Izzo and all the other guys that Tom Izzo yells at. So, number one thing that Tom Izzo teaches you at Michigan State is to never accept anything, question everything, and then you get called for attack.
All right, well, you want to kick it off with the last stat?
I would love to kick it off with the last stat, except for the fact that that's contradictory. So, per the ESPN NBA stats model that was created by Hollinger, I don't know who that is, be a great guy. Let's go, get a beer with him, all that shit. Wesley Johnson was the least efficient NBA player of this season with a value of 5.50 per game, efficiency rating of 5.5. And the player efficiency rating is the overall rating of a player's per minute statistical production, and the league average is 15. So he's batting nearly a third of that. Not really great. And the NBA leader was Giannis Antetokounmpo with 30.95 efficiency value. And all of these things are just words because this is a stat that is absolutely meaningless.
Yep. Like, okay, who's going to actually, use that stat to try and do anything?
Dude, who even cares that Wesley Johnson was in the league?
I don't know.
In fact, I tried to find a picture of him in uniform for the Wizards because that was his most recent team when creating the graphic for this. And him in a warm-up jacket was the closest I could find because I don't know for sure, but I think I figured out tonight when I was making the graphic, he was probably waived.
Okay. Good
by a team that had Dwight Howard on it.
Good for him. Anyway, so next, let's get to Forgotten Stars.
Yeah, so this was something I was going to do on Twitter when we first started up the show. Not necessarily, try to get some followers, stuff like that. And yeah,
it's part of the show now. Let's get to it.
Yeah, part of the show. part of the show. You want to take the first one because there is stats and stuff.
All right, so the first one is Michael Redd.
Yes, Michael Redd.
He was an NBA All-Star in 2004, so it's pretty long ago actually. Averaged 19
That's why
points
they're
per game.
forgotten, Sean.
Averaged 19 points per game
For his career, which is a lot for a 12-year career.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a 12-year career, which was between 2000 and 2012. And then he played on the Bucks in 2001 with Sam Cassell and Ray Allen, and they lost in the conf finals. I think that's the farthest you went.
That was the best team that he was on when he was in Milwaukee career, and then he played for the Suns for the last 2 years of his career.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so former NBA All-Star, but in a league full of sharpshooters now, he is nobody.
Yep. All right, next one, yours.
All right. So this one, we got Jason Taylor, and I'm going to credit his forgotten name to the general household names list is because of how common his name is, but also because when you played for the Miami Dolphins in the 2000s, people tend to forget about you. They never made it to a conference championship game. And he was a really good player, a 4-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. 3 of his 4 All-Pro selections were first team. He was on the All-Decade team. 775 tackles, over 100 sacks, which, I mean, these are Hall of Fame numbers.
But he doesn't have a
third round pick from Akron. So, again, Hall of Fame numbers for a guy out of Akron, a mid-major school. And no rings.
Yeah, that's the big thing, though.
Yeah. That and when you play in that stupid Dolphins jersey, man, people don't take you seriously.
I mean, that's not the worst Dolphins jersey, though.
Well, he also played for the Redskins and the Jets, so
yeah.
I mean, it didn't get much better for his career playing for, other teams that didn't do much better.
Yeah. All right. So we move on to hockey. So we got Jason Spezza.
Spezza, whatever it is.
He's a 2-time All-Star in 2008 and 2012.
I think,
the second overall pick, so it's pretty hyped by Ottawa in 2001. He's had 2 90-point-plus seasons.
Right, including his first season in the league. And before he got called up, he had 117 points in his final season in the minors.
And before we go any further, right, he still plays in the NHL right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But
still plays, 35 years old.
He's only had 27 points in 76 games this season.
Yep. Quite a meteoric fall.
Yep. So that's why you're forgotten.
Yep. Have fun.
All right. That would be all.
That's all we have tonight.
Yep.
Let us know what you think of the new segments. And, Sean, we really need to clip some of these up for the YouTube. But,
yep, I'll be working on that this weekend. So,
all right, sounds good. All right. And, we bring you a show sooner this week. So, hopefully, we'll do the same next time around. And until then, hope you enjoy. Share with your friends, word of mouth, all that stuff.
Thanks for tuning in.